We got a game. We got a game. All right. I'm player 1, which means I'm going to choose last. Let's take a look at the Imperium row. Cheney, Gunthopter, Guildbankers, Chris Knife, and Spice Smugglers. Okay. Marcel and us. I love your gameplay, being patient at the start of the game, then destroy them in late. That is how it tends to go for me. That tends to be my play style. You're right. Is kind of slow start in terms of victory points. I'm kind of setting up things to get a bunch of points late. That's how my games usually go, but there are definitely other ways to play. Okay. Well, we'll just see what's available when the time comes. I'm going to have a choice between I'll have a choice between 3 leaders. Okay, and the choices are Ilbon, Beast, or Leto. You know what? I feel like it's time for some Leto. Leto time, Leto time, Leto time. No. Can't co-opt the theme song just for Leto. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Guildbankers is tasty, Scott. Absolutely. They're very tasty people. I am player 1, which means I'll have a good chance at picking that up, which will be really nice. All right, we've got a skirmish for some spice. Okay, well. I'm going to do it that way. Throw in 1 troop for now. And I'm going to be going to the Great Flat to throw in potentially more troops, but also get me the spice required for, you guessed it, Sel Melange next round. And maybe I can get some extra spice for it, which would be great. If this works out, if I can get enough spice here, theoretically, no, I won't have the cards to do it. I was thinking maybe I could get the Swordmaster and the High Council in 1 round, but I don't have the right cards for that in my hand next round. Anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Getting way ahead of myself. Okay, Ariana also has 2 water now. Memnon going in on this. Well, I'm not the man I used to be lately, 'cause you caught me at an interesting time. All right, sorry about that. Okay, let's get some spice. On va ramasser des épices. We will... I don't know if I need to be throwing in troops here. I don't think... I'd like more spice. I really would. But everybody else still has an agent. They've still got troops. Let's go. Hardy Warriors, okay. Well, yeah. People are really fighting over this. We'll see if the one dagger is enough to get second. Yeah. That was not the greatest use of troops there. Not at all. Part of my thinking was like, I really wanted to get at least third. If I'd only left it at one troop, you know, Baron could have potentially stolen third from me, and I really want that extra spice because I just really want to get that extra one for Sal Melange. Now, was it worth doing that? Not so sure. All right, Guild Bankers, that's a nice one to pick up for sure. The other thing to consider is extra spice is good for me as Leto because that's what powers my signet ring. And one of the weaknesses I do have with Leto is I often find myself with not enough spice to actually use the signet ring for the first few rounds of the game. And that's not great. So I would really love to get second here. We'll see. We'll see. Memnon has 3 cards to reveal, also has an intrigue card. A guild ambassador, that's something I would love to pick up for myself. One sword on Memnon, so we're going to tie, unless he's got an intrigue card. Well, so much for the ambassador dream. Jessica Atreides, hello. That might change some plans. That might, you know, that might cause a rush on the High Council. Now, the other thing, honestly, is it's a good thing that Baron didn't get in on that, because if he did, he would have had enough spice to go to Sal Melange himself next round, beating me to it, which would have been painful. All right, well, it's a hard-fought skirmish. Lots of troops dying in the firefight. All right. Machinations, okay. So, how is this going to go? I think I can only sell 3 Melange, and I think I need to use 1 on the signet ring. Look at this. Jeez. The question is, where do I want to take the influence? I can take it... Maybe the Freeman would be a good one just to unlock Siege Tabor, get that done. Probably makes sense. So it's Signet Ring to sell Melange, where I'm going to sell 3 to get 8, spend 1 spice to jump up 1 influence with the Freeman. Next round, the following agent turn, Dagger to Swordmaster. The following agent turn, hopefully Diplomacy to somewhere. That's kind of the grand plan. No! Well. Well. Yeah, I was talking about the Baron not having enough to go there, but, you know, he found another way. Okay, this is causing a major rethink now. What do I want to do now? Okay, I'm going to get some extra Solari. And then we'll see. That hurts. All of these plans, all of these things, you know, they don't always work out. Yeah, I'm not going to get to sell Melange for a while now. Yeah, well, at least I've got spice for my signet ring, I guess. I would love to be able to win this, but I don't really see how I can do it. I don't have the troops. Pain. It might just be a signet ring to secure contract. That might be what happens. Yeah. So this is what's going to happen. We'll do it that way. And end turn. So I'm only 2 Solari away from Swordmaster now. As Leto, I get a discount, right? On the Lance Rat spaces. So that means like 1 visit to Wealth will do it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of abandoning the Sell Melange plan, or at least hedging my bets, because I'm probably not going to be able to get there in a while. So if I can get myself just the Solari through other means, maybe I can get the Swordmaster. Well, it's going to be pretty rough. If I had enough Solari right now, then yeah, but the issue is next round, the Rock here is going to be player 1. And so he can go to Sell Melange immediately. And then let's say I go to Wealth. Well, he's now got the Solari to go to Swordmaster before me. So it's not great. I may not end up selling Melange at all. We'll see. The spice obviously still very useful to me in other ways. Feeding the signet ring primarily. But, you know, also I do have the option of getting High Council, which might be good. So the Baron has not yet revealed the Master Stroke. So we don't know which two factions he has two secret influence with yet. Okay, Baron deciding to fight for this. 3. 3 is not amazing to me. Do I want to go with Spice Smugglers? You know what? I don't think I do, because I want to try to get up to that 7. So I'm going to go with the Liaison. Do I want Dr. Yuya? I do like Dr. Yuya sometimes. You know what? I am going to do it. Okay. Well, revealed a Gurney Halleck there. Seven, 7. Well, that's ideal. I mean, that's really good if they end up tying on that. Neither of them gets the faction influence. Quisat's Haderach. Oh my god. All of a sudden, this Imperium row is quite stacked. Quite stacked. Gurney Halleck. There's a look at him. Gunthopter. Okay. Take a little look at that. Carryall, we saw from last game, can be pretty nice. Lady Jessica. Super card. All right. Well, everybody gets some resources. And Quisat's Haderach. Huge. Admiral Trench. Hello. You'd go for Gurney, would you? Well, we'll just have to see where the persuasion takes us. The stockpiles are here. Okay. Well, I don't have a lot of persuasion. Yeah, okay. So Melange gets sold. No big surprise there. So I have to make a decision about whether to get the High Council seat right now or whether to get wealth right now. Probably the Rock is going to go to get the Swordmaster this round. But I'm going to take my chances. Because if he does decide to go for High Council, then I can get Swordmaster. So it's kind of like, take your pick. I'll get the other one. All right, Alliance picked up by Ariana here. All right, yeah, there's the Swordmaster. Not a big surprise. But I get the High Council. That means I will have enough for Gurney Halleck if he's there. If he's still there when the time comes, that would be nice. That would be very nice. Lot of spice here being fought over, and unfortunately I'm nowhere in the mix. A little strange to play the guild authorization right now. All right, so let's get this done. Research station. Yeah, look at all the water on Ariana. Jesus. Still has 4 water left after going to research station on round 3. Albert, did you hear that? 4 water left after going to research station on round 3. Yeah, look, I don't really know what this game's all about. I was more into Heroes of the Storm, you know? I don't understand this thing at all. So you say that she's got a little water, that's fine. But I don't really care, you know? Well, I guess that's fair. I haven't really explained this game to you. But let's just say that having a lot of water on round 3 is... having 4 water on round 3 is a lot, okay, Albert? And having it after going to research station is also even more because it costs 2 water to go there. Okay? All right. Albert is not as interested in board games. Albert used to be my co-caster when I used to cast Heroes of the Storm amateur leagues quite a long time ago. But Albert, you know what? You might get into it. You might be surprised. It's cool. It's not as like action-packed, but there's an intensity to it. Bingjia, have I ever played Ark Nova? Yeah, I did. I played it, I think, once at a board game cafe with some friends. And I liked it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But again, I've only played it once, but so, you know, I need to play it more to have anything interesting to say about it, really. And it was a while ago, so I'm a little bit vague on it, but I remember thinking it was fun and that I would like to play it again. I believe Direwolf is working on a digital version of that as well. Are you a big Ark Nova person? Okay, well, Gurney. Gurney! Yeah, hello, can I speak to Gurney? Gurney, it's your Duke. Get the hell over here. Get the hell over here, Gurney. It can be played on Board Game Arena. Yeah, I've heard that. You know, Board Game Arena... I've tried a couple times over the last few years to log on to that. because I made an account with that like many years ago. But I don't know. I can't log in. I could just make a new account, I guess, but for whatever reason, I keep trying to get into my old account and I can't, and I just give up. How is Board Game Arena? Like I said, I played it probably like, I don't know how old that site is, but like as old as it is, that's when I probably tried it. So I would imagine that it's been upgraded to some extent. How is it? Hey, Alexander. BGA is great. What do you play on there? Okay. Oh, Memnon reveals for 6. So, interesting. Goes for the gene manipulation. Doesn't want the carry-all. Okay. Yeah, so trying to build up persuasion, basically, I think is what's going on there. Which makes sense, given what's sitting here. Okay, Baron plays the private army. Which, it kind of makes sense. I mean, you're spending spice and an intrigue to get spice and an intrigue. It's alright. Guild Bank Raid. You can check any game before buying it. So, like, you mean you play games on Board Game Arena to see if you like them, and then if you do, you buy the real game? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Or can you buy games on Board Game Arena? Okay, what do we got here? Dr. Yue, Diplomacy. Well, I do have Persuasion. I mean, I could do something insane. Early reveal, just grab Jessica. Don't think I want to do that. Okay, I was thinking about going there. Unfortunately, that's not an option for me now. I think I want to go to Siege Tabor, get some spice. There's a lot of spice sitting here. Now, this, unfortunately, is not going to be there for me later. Dagger to Oratory, Kwisatz Haderach. That is an option, too. That is an option, too. I can also just draw cards, and that'll work. Well, I guess it only works if I draw the convincing argument. Oh, wait, he didn't go to Arakeen. That's kind of what I wanted to do. What just happened? Scout to send an agent to Arakeen. Then played urgent mission to recall it. Okay. Let's do that. Do I want to deploy any troops here? I would like some Solari if I can get my hands on any of it. That'd be nice. So I now have enough. I could reveal to get Kwisatz Haderach if I want. Or I could play another card and still have enough and hope nobody else does. However, Ariana going to Research Station worries me a little bit, I have to say. It worries me a little bit. The thing is, though, I'm still tempted to risk it because I really would like to play my diplomacy. I don't want to skip playing it if I can avoid it. And she might have enough for the Kwisatz Haderach. Maybe. Or maybe she just has enough for Jessica. We don't know. Maybe neither. And honestly, I'm happy with either one. If I can get one of them, that's fine. It doesn't have to be the Kwisatz Haderach for me. As long as it's one of them, I'm happy with that. So I'm actually going to do this because I do still want more Solari. Gets me closer to that alliance. Arguably playing the ring is even better than diplomacy. It's an interesting point. I didn't really consider that. Viz. I could have sold Melange, true. That is true. And that would have given... I could have sold like 2. That would have been enough for Swordmaster later. Use 1 spice for the signet ring. Yeah, I like that play. I like that play. Okay, Baron goes to Hayliner here. Looks like he's just banking the troops. Interesting, because he still hasn't revealed the Master Stroke. Now, again, hopefully I'm going to get some Solari out of here, and so the Cell Melange is not necessary. I guess we'll have to go Kwisatz Haderach. I mean, how do you not? But honestly, I'm not even sure that I like Kwisatz Haderach that much better than Jessica. Jessica is probably my favorite card in the game. It just feels so good. Drawing cards like crazy, or revealing for 3 persuasion. Like it's I love that card. Whoa, 11 on Ariana. Okay. Just goes straight for the spice must flow. I mean, that's fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to get 4 Solari out of this conflict by the looks of things, which is great. That's going to allow me to pick up Swordmaster next round. Assuming I can draw a card that'll take me there. You never know. Admiral Trench, Chome Directorship is my favorite card. Nothing as satisfying as getting those factions up all at once. You know what? That's a good point. I love that card a lot, too. Yeah, you're right. There is nothing more satisfying. You pick it up and then... It's incredible. I think I'd probably still rank Jessica over Chome Directorship for myself, just in terms of the... Like, you get to use her a whole bunch of times. The Chome Directorship is a one shot. You get this huge hit of, like, satisfaction. Where, you know, Jessica keeps coming back. But I'm talking about just, like, the feeling of it, not the power of it. I would rather buy a Chome Directorship most of the time as well. Marcellinus, do you think getting Spice Must Flow at early game is strategically good? I don't know. It depends. If it had been me in that situation right now, I probably would have taken Jessica instead of Spice Must Flow. Because, you know, playing the Jessica to Bene Gesserit spaces is probably going to get you a point, and drawing those cards, I would say buying Jessica is very likely worth at least 1 victory point over the course of the game at this stage. It'd be kind of hard for her not to be worth at least 1, and possibly worth more than that. So Okay. Let's see here. We've got Gurney Halleck. Sorting through the chaos is whatever, I feel. But drawing cards, all of that. I think I want to draw a bunch of cards. I don't have to do the Swordmaster right now. I'm going to hold off on deploying any units for the moment. Okay, I've got a Guild Bankers here, so maybe it's a time for me to buy Spice Must Flow. Maybe. But probably more likely it's going to get sent somewhere. Let me know how to pronounce your name. Maybe you have before. Is it VZ? Is it VZ? Is it Viz? I've probably asked you and I apologize, but remind me if you don't mind. Marcellinus, Swordmaster. Yeah, definitely I'm getting the Swordmaster, but thank you for reminding me because sometimes I do forget when I start thinking about my next move. It's going to be Swordmaster and then VZ. Okay, VZ. Then it's going to be the Guild Bankers somewhere, is the idea. Or I buy a Spice Must Flow. But probably the influence is kind of just as good. So that's the thing. Like, buying a Spice Must Flow early, it gets you a victory point that's locked in. You can never lose. So that's good. But, you know, obviously having the card in your deck is not great because it's kind of a dead card. And it can kind of slow you down by having it in your deck. However, what I really like this game is just so fucking brilliantly designed. Because in most deck building games, like Dominion or Clank or so many of them, the kind of Spice Must Flow type card, the expensive card that's worth a point or worth whatever points, usually is just a dead card. But the Spice Must Flow isn't quite, because it gives you spice on reveal, and that can be really handy. Like, just that one little spice sometimes can make a difference. And so I love the design there where, yeah, it's not a great card, but it still can help you sometimes. Chris, okay. All right. So I could get the Emperor's Alliance right now. That would also get me a couple of troops. That Solari isn't super needed, but, you know, I could start going to Mentat more. I could rally some troops. Alternatively, I think I like this. I'd like to get a fold space into my deck. Considering other options. The other option is I buy a Spice Must Flow, but no, I'm going to do this. And basically what I'm saying with that move is that I think the influence that I gain by playing the Administrator and the fold space card that I get, which is also more influence in the future, I think that's going to be worth a victory point over the course of the game. Which is why I decided not to buy the victory point of the Spice Must Flow this round, which I could have by using the reveal ability on the bankers. Hey, Cell, that 3 spice is spoiled in your silos? Hey, not if you know how to keep it. I've got some top people guarding that silo. Keeping it nice and dry. That's the thing. Arrakis is very dry, and so you don't get a lot of mold. You know, that's one of the things they talked about when they said, hey, let's terraform Arrakis. Let's bring water here. You know, let's have plants and moisture, and we won't have to, you know, be thirsty all the time. And someone was like, yeah, but then we'll have mold, you know. There's that one Freeman guy in the back, you know, but then we'll have mold. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up, dude. We're thirsty over here. So, nice power play sitting here for me. I would love to get that. Would just love it. By the way, this spice, it does have some intended purposes. So obviously I'm going to want to use it for my signet ring, but also I'm going to start going to selective breeding sometimes when I can. Because I've got this Kwisatz Haderach, right? I mean, I've got a couple of good cards. I've got Kwisatz Haderach, I've got Gurney Halleck, and the Guild Banker, to be honest. And so selective breeding is a great way to get bad cards out, draw more cards, and see those cards a lot more often. So I'm going to try to get that kind of thing happening. Well, it's got to be a power play, and Bene Gesserit's sister, perfect. Now you might say, hey, aren't you talking about thinning your deck? Why are you adding more? Another power play. Why are you adding more in? Well, that's always the tricky balance. But Bene Gesserit's sister is a card that can take me to selective breeding. I'm also, you know, I have no influence there right now, so that's a good thing. It's also just an extremely versatile card. Reveal either for 2 persuasion or 2 swords, depending on what you need at the time. Really great card there. The stream seems to have kind of stabilized. Is that true, or are people still needing to refresh every once in a while? Hey, Matthew. Think I'll do another one after this? You know what? Maybe. Let's see how we feel at the end of this game. We still got 5 more rounds to go potentially. But I'm open at this moment right now. I'm open to the possibility of playing another one if people are interested and if I still feel like it when the time comes. Janet, the stream seems better. Great. Thanks for that. Thanks, VZ. And as for Clank, you know, I think if I do play another one, I'm just going to play another Dune and just keep it Dune focused, and then possibly I'll do a Clank, just a Clank stream another day. If I can make that work. So keep your eyes on the YouTube channel. And maybe in the next couple of days, I'll do like an evening stream. And I'll just do Clank. All right. What do we got? Here's the Kwisatz Haderach. Here's the Diplomacy, the Signet Ring Doctor. Yeah, look at all these cards now. Okay, what do we got here? Influence 2 intrigue cards. I mean, that would be nice. I think I might start out with the selective breeding. Although there is some spice sitting here. If that is still there, I might go for that because I do need some spice. A lot of things. A lot of things are needed here. Yeah, I think I need to pick up that spice. Am I going to want to... okay, I was going to ask, do I want to get in on this conflict? Not so much now. Not so much now. Let's see. I think I'll take this with the Bene Gesserit. Or maybe I should get this alliance while I can, because there are some power plays out there, right? There was another one. No, I can't do it with the Emperor. I'm ahead there. Okay, let's take it with the Bene Gesserit. Deploy... You know what? I will deploy one. Let's see if I can get something out of it. We'll see. So it looks like Dr. Yue is not gonna get used this time, unfortunately. No, I guess he could, because I can play Dr. Yue Diplomacy and Kwisatz Haderach still. Jeez, man. So he's, I mean, the only place he can go is Siege Tabor, so we'll see if Baron decides to get in there. Throw another unit. We'll see. Bypass protocol. Okay, what's Baron grabbing here? Freeman camp on top of the deck. Uh-huh. So Ariana is out of agents, so throwing in another troop could put me over the top there. She does have 6 cards in hand. I have no swords in my hand, so it's a little iffy. I might draw that dagger. I guess I am drawing that dagger because I'm planning to go to selective breeding as well. Okay, let's do this. Yeah. Considering putting in another one, does that make any sense? Memnon could go to Hardy Warriors here. We'll just leave it at 1. Zero swords. Okay, great. But it is a spice must flow. Ariana getting lots of spice must flow here. I think that's the 3rd one so far. 2? Is that behind? Okay. Now, if I wanted to get completely crazy, I could go to selective breeding twice. I could go there with diplomacy. Then I could go there with Kwisatz Haderach, which would probably get me a spice must flow. There's this huge load of spice here as well. If I wanted that, I mean, I could send a Kwisatz Haderach to still suits so that I'm ready for next round. Or no, I guess I could do it right away, right? I could do this first, then I could send the Dune there and take it. It's kind of tempting, to be honest. It's kind of tempting. It's a lot of spice. Next round is round 7. I'm kind of leaning towards that plan. I liked what I was doing previously with the selective breeding and everything like that, but I'm kind of excited about this scheme to get all that spice. It means not buying a spice must flow this round, so it cost me a victory point. But if it lets me win 2 victory points, I think that's worth it. Now, I'm actually better off going to Siege Tabor, really, rather than still suits, because that gets me an extra troop. You know, going up here doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Potentially an extra water later, but I'm going to go with the extra troop now. I could also deploy. It's a little weird doing this when I'm planning on haylinering next round. Baron also does still have another guy. To hell with it. We're going all in. We're going all in. And that influence, if it works, will get me the Emperor Alliance, which will get me 2 of those troops back. So part of my calculus is it's kind of a deal. And it's 2 intrigue cards. So is it worth it? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But I feel like I want to play it on the edge here. I want to try to go for the small chances to get big rewards. But it didn't pay off. It did not pay off. All right. Well, you take your chances. You win some, you lose some. I could go to Hardy Warriors. Is that what you're saying? If I really wanted to. But I don't want to do that. I want to get all this spice, I think. It's tempting. But Okay, what would Baron do with this influence? Blue. Nothing that threatens me directly. So I'm going to go with the original plan. And hey, look at this. I can get my Emperor influence right here. All right, that's good. Unfortunately that I I couldn't deploy those troops. Master Tactician. Why? You're already winning, my friend. That's unfortunate. Is he worried about having too many intrigue cards? He's going to get 2 there. Maybe he's confused about the rule on intrigue cards. Maybe he thinks 3 is the dangerous number where it's actually more than 3. I don't know. Okay, so I do get an intrigue card and spice. Bindu suspension. Well, drawing a card is always a nice thing to be able to do. It's the battle for Arakeen, and I do have access to Hayliner. That's good. Got Gurney Halleck here as well. That's great. AR, try to pick up 2 Spice Must Flow. I mean, maybe. I have the Liet Kynes, but unfortunately I don't have I don't have like really any other Freeman card in my deck to combo with her. It's possible, but we'll see. I think my first move is going to be sending Gurney Halleck to Arakeen if I can. To draw a couple of cards, throw in some troops. I'm wondering if I should use this Bindu suspension right away or not. Okay. I didn't necessarily have to put them all in right now because I am planning to put in more later, but I'm just doing it. In order to get 2 Spice Must Flow, I need to end the round with 12 Persuasion. Hey, Francis Wong, nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Mattis, is the chat position I use on YouTube better than the one they've used in the game? You mean like, so I'm showing my chat here in this spot, and in the game it shows up like here or whatever? Yeah. I don't know. Works for me. Okay, Memnon throwing in troops. He has 5 intrigue cards. 5 intrigue cards. That scares me, I gotta say. It's a little frightening. Yeah, I was just thinking about this Signet Ring. Ring onto Mentat would be a potentially pretty nice play. So that's a good option. I haven't Mentatted yet. Rally troops also. No, I don't have enough for that. Olivier, there's an insane move to play her, but it's so long to type. Well, get it in there. Okay, I am going to use this right now and just see what I get. It's a dagger. Pass your turn. No, thanks. Yeah, onto Carthag. Draw another Hayliner Access so I don't have to use the Guild Bankers. It's an option. Or the Mentat also could work for that. But Carthag does get me a troop and intrigue card, which might help me win too. Potentially I can do both, but I doubt Carthag is going to be there. Oh, and it's a fold space. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to get 2 Spice Must Flow. It's still possible. It's still possible. Fold space, then research. Where would the water come from? Oh, for the... Yeah, I get it from going to Hayliner. Yeah. Yeah. Hayliner, then research station. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Now, I might not get there because 2 other players have 2 water, so research station might get snatched from me. But it's worth a try. Need 12 for 2 spice must flow. That's correct. Reinforcements. Ooh. Okay, well, Hayliner still beats that, but there are 3 intrigue cards at play. I wish I could do this in the other order. Wait to see what he reveals before I play the Hayliner, because it's a pretty close margin there. I'd say I'm likely to lose, to be honest. However, I think I have to try, because he's at 7 points right now. If he wins that, he's at 9. Spice Must Flow would be 10. Does he have any point? He's 1 point away here. I have to try. Okay, that's a lot of persuasion. Ooh, not quite a Spice Must Flow. Okay, that's good. The swords are not enough. Okay, there's the Spice Must Flow. So does he have a combat intrigue? That will be the question. Okay, the good news is Research Station is still available. Let's see what we get here. He could have the intrigue to recall an agent. Yeah, maybe. Although, no, he's already revealed, so no. Show him directorship. What would that do for me? Nothing. Hey, Nicholas. Good to see you. All right, well, let's see what we get here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No Kwisatz Haderach. No Kwisatz Haderach. It is 2 Spice Must Flow. I have to just hope he has no combat intrigue card. I have 2 daggers. Oh, that's very sad. Very sad. Well, 'tis what it is. If there is a next round, if I don't win this conflict, there is no next round. And if I do win it, there is no next round. So there's no next round. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a very close game. Very fun little finish there. If I had had Kwisatz Haderach, I guess what I would have sent it to Hardy Warriors. No, I don't have any water. So I'm not even sure I could have, even if I'd drawn the Kwisatz Haderach, I don't know if it would have been good enough. I would have had to go to like Carthag or something and just hope for a miracle intrigue card, I guess. Let's hope for a miracle intrigue card now. What do we got? Whoa! Albert, Albert, did you see what just happened there? Come on. You don't even know the game, but that was hilarious, dude. That was hilarious. The Rock, I'm sorry. You played a great game. Oh dear. The joys. See, someone was asking, Marcellinus Chris, right? You were asking about the mix between luck and skill. This is one of the reasons a little bit of luck is a lot of fun. Oh, oh, oh. It's destiny. You know what? It's not luck. It's predetermined. Everything. It's the deterministic universe. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. It's all cause and effect. Hey, Olivier. Thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Welcome aboard. I really appreciate that. Appreciate your support very much. And I hope you enjoy your memberships. You're going to have access now to the monthly members only exclusive games. There are at least 4 of them up there already, so enjoy those. Another one comes out every month, as well as access to the stream VODs as soon as the streams are done. Permanent access to those, so whether those games go up publicly or not, you'll have access to those. And you get to use cool emotes, so check out some of your new emotes here in the YouTube chat while you're at it. Well, what a game that was. Hilarious and fun.